I'm gonna show you how to make a J. Cole type beat. This is going over the song Everybody Dies, and I'll have another one over False Prophets. Quickly, there's a download in the description for the J. Cole drum kit. Everything in this kit you'll see in this video, so you might want to grab that. And if you're new, make sure you subscribe because there will be a bunch of free kits and stuff I'm dropping here and there, so you don't want to miss out. So let's get started in this tutorial. All right, so we're gonna start with the easiest drum, and like I always say, the drums are the most important. And as you can see up here, 83 BPM. You could do double time or this, whatever you choose. So I'm gonna just put a ride right here, simple, right? Then obviously we can put a snare, but I'm gonna put it down over here. I think that we can go further. All right, simple snare. This is halftime. Simple snare like that. Copy that if you want to. Actually might turn these up. Velocity. Okay. So now we want the rhythm. Okay, the rhythm. This is the beat pretty much. Okay. The hi-hat, right? The false prophet hi-hat. All right, so what we're gonna want to do, I'm gonna scroll in here, just fill in. All right, and we can go to quantize, do that, and then from here we can just see what so you can, well, I'm doing this so you can see visually what I'm about to do. So let me make this big. Well, I guess I don't need to make it that big, but so here, this is simple. This is what it's gonna sound like. But that's too plain. You know, you want the hip hop vibe, the, you know, like somebody's playing the drums. So what we're gonna do is mess with the velocity. Okay. So what I would do is I kind of want to go down, up, and then down, up, right? Every time the snare hits. So like every time right here, okay? So I'm gonna kind of just go down, up, go down one more, kind of come back up a little bit, maybe right here. And maybe not as much right here on this like snare, or where the snare hits, right? And then I want to kind of go down, okay? So we might be able to actually copy this over, but we can see what it sounds like. I'm just do some random stuff here. See what that sounds like. I'm just fixing this up real quick. Sorry, I'm not really commentating. I'm just trying to make sure this is right. Make this go down, right? 1, 2. But we want it to land right here. So make this one. There we go. Okay. So there we go. So here we go. So I know that looks confusing, but really it's just a simple pattern. You mess around with the velocity, okay? I'm not gonna spend too much time on it. All right, that's why I'm scrolling in and I'm just copy this. Okay. I'm trying to go kind of slow with this, so but it's kind of a lot to take in, especially with that looks like a lot. So this is what it sounds like. So I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. What I'm gonna do for this one, I'm going to actually copy it right down here. This is the second hi-hat. But instead of just copying it completely, I'm gonna take out these two. Well, actually, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. Scratch that. Here, Do it like this, like I did the last one, so you can stay consistent. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, create like a delay. Okay, so I'm gonna move this over like that. Okay, on every other, not this, like where the snare hits, like right here, but every other one. So right here, we're gonna make it go up. Okay, so right here should be a good one. Right here, right here, and it's pretty much mapped out for us, but we want to make it a little bit more, low volume. And actually, what we could do is I'm gonna hold Control and Shift and do every other one in between like that, and just hold Alt and scroll down a little bit. All right. So I want to see what that sounds like, and we might not even need to. I'm thinking that's gonna sound good. So let's see. So we can turn this down a little bit. It doesn't need to be that loud. Okay. All right, here we go. Might turn them down some more. Actually, that's good. That's good. That's good. Okay. I'm just copy this, right? And we can just leave that, make that fade out. Okay. So we can turn this down. Now let's see what that sounds like. All right, so we're almost done. Now the weird part is this like kind of slamming snare, okay? And it's kind of at the end right here. I might want to zoom in, something like this. All right, and I might delay it a little bit more, but I think that's pretty much how it goes. So here I'm gonna show you what it sounds like right here. It's kind of that like, if you heard the song, you know what I'm talking about. But I heard that and I thought that was interesting, so I put it in the tutorial. So we could turn that down a little bit. Okay. All right. So the last thing that we need, okay, is the kick, obviously. So with the kick is a pretty steady, it's nothing too, it's kind of like the hi-hats, pretty much. Okay. So I'm gonna scroll in and I'm gonna just try to pick out, let me actually turn it up. Okay, so velocity wants to go down. I remember the kind of the. All right, so I remember now. Okay, so here we go. See, I think that is right. It's kind of hard for me to hear. I got one headphone in, so I can't hear the full sound. All right, so here we go. Hmm. I'm just fix this up real quick. I'm just want to listen to it and kind of see where I want to put it. So this is pretty much what you're gonna do with the drums. You want to play with the velocity. Okay, you don't usually do that, especially with trap, but this is what you want to do just to create a realistic feel, and that's why I'm spending so much time on this because it's important, okay? But if you already know about this, you can skip, obviously. Okay, I'm satisfied with that. All right, so um, well, and if you download the kit, everything will be there. Okay, all this will be there. I'll put all these scores in there, so you don't really have to follow along completely. You just see me do it. Okay, so now the harder part. This was pretty. This one was pretty easy. At least to me, it was pretty easy. It's just a lot to remember. You know, compared to a trap beat, you don't have to mess with the velocity, as much. But here it's kind of you gotta be strategic with what you do. Okay, so that's done. All right, so I have um instruments. Okay, so now the instruments. This is the important part because it's the feel of the song, right? All right, so I have some Rhodes. You can see up here, Contact and Lounge Lizard, and the sub that's in the kit. These aren't because these are the sounds. Kind of hard to put the sounds in the kit. So you just want to play chords, okay? Because with the Rhodes, they're gonna sound good no matter what, okay? Because they're Rhodes. Rhodes probably one of the best instruments. So I'm gonna just take a stamp and go to major seventh and just actually I have a scale already on here somewhere. There we go. I'm just cut it and yeah, C sharp minor. That's the actual um scale of the song, at least what I was hearing. All right, so we're gonna go back down here and got my stamp. Make sure I got my stamp, and I'm just kind of see where it's kind of where I want to put it. All right, so and we're gonna make these sound realistic. So right now you can just watch me. I'm gonna stop talking. I had to explain the drums, but I'm gonna kind of just let you see what I'm doing with this and then explain later. All right, so I'm not gonna talk for a minute, so bear with me. Okay, so I kind of built it off of this right here. I took my stamps, right? I took my stamps right? And then you see this, and then I went down one, and I just put these on the grid because they're not on the grid. You see, so it's the same thing. It's just I matched it to the grid. I went down one, pulled the C to the B, and the G to the F sharp. All right. So, and then obviously you can see everything. All these are the same notes. You see, same notes, same notes. And you can see I'm sticking to kind of the half notes to create that sad kind of sound. Um, but I don't want it too sad, like the Everybody Dies. Not too sad, but I'm gonna keep it like this. So I'm gonna highlight this. Okay. I'm just copy this over, and I'm gonna add this one to create it a little bit more brighter sound. All right, I'm gonna hit the tool button. Then I'm gonna come over to randomize and just randomize it a little bit. So let's see what that sounds like. And actually, with this, I'm gonna strum this ever so slightly. Okay, let's see what that sounds like. Now I kind of delayed it. I just wanted to get like a groove type of sound instead of the simple. So I think I'm okay with that. I kind of want to turn the velocity down just a little bit, make room for like the melody. So why I have these two rows is because they sound really good together, and they're just basic default rows, but one is like panning, so it sounds really good. So I'm just copy this over here, right? I'm just copy that. It's gonna be my basic like melody for the song. So here we go. All right, so let me check, make sure we're good on time. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna actually um let me make sure my stuff is on the mixer. I'm actually going to put this on the mixer, right? I'm just bounce these down because I want to have enough, I want to have VST so that I can make melody, right? But just a simple melody, okay? So you should have the chords, right? And I built these from one chord, a major seventh, if you want to know the exact one. Basically is what I did. You can rewatch it if you need to. I'm gonna actually make sure this doesn't cut. Go over 5 bars. And then I'm gonna render this. All right, so this should be the course. All right, one more time. Okay, let's see what this sounds like. Okay, so that's good. Put these on the mixer. I can rename them, I guess. Roads 1 and Roads 2. Just kidding. I'm just do some cleaning up real quick. Delete. I'm not sure which one I want to use. Okay. All right, so we're pretty much done almost. Now we have to create the melody, and kind of already have one in my head when I was playing around with it. So I'm gonna play the drums with it. Actually, no, I'm gonna save it for last. Okay, so mute that. So here we go. I'm gonna make a melody based on this stuff right here. I'm gonna try to play around with the half notes to make it, kind of dark still. So I'm gonna be quiet and do this real quick. And you can see what I'm gonna do, and I'm explain later. So here we go. Okay, I just did some flams, pretty much some manual ones. I just kind of want to go down because when you go downward, it kind of creates a sad type of feel. I just repeated it as you can just see. As you can see, uh, kind of got a little advanced here, just a little, not like crazy, but yeah. So that's my melody, kind of sticking to the half notes, as you can see right here, right? Pretty much. You don't really have to do this. You can like, this is kind of like my style, what I like to do sometimes. So you don't really have to do what I just did. You can like just make a simple melody if you want to. Um, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna copy this onto here, right? Now we're gonna have both of these. Now I actually might make one higher. Okay, so I like that. So with this, I'm gonna take the lead note now. I'll take the lead note and just kind of figure out. I'm just play one single note. As you can see, I said one note. It was kind of like the lead in the song. It was like a no, West Coast lead, I think, something like that. But here we go. I'm gonna see kind of where I want to put this. All right, so we're pretty much done now. The part, I mean, besides from mixing, the part does we gotta do the sub. So I'm gonna try play somewhat along with the melody with the sub. I want it to be very subtle though. So I guess we could just do that for now. Doesn't need to be perfect. And when I drop this down, obviously um I'm gonna need to probably flip some of the notes because it's not gonna sound right if it's too low. So let me do that now. Okay, so I'm gonna keep that. And I kind of just made it slide. I have a oscillator right here. Um, I put it in the kit, so you'll have the sub. So yeah, so if you go up, you can see I'm just kind of just going with the flow of the song. You know, I'm not forcing anything. As you can see, it fits right on the melody that I made. Drop it down, and now we have our beat. And probably want to put all this on here. Um, Let me save it before something goes wrong. We can take our instruments out, I guess. Got our choir, our lead, our sub, the Rhodes melody. We can stack those on top right here. Put the drums under. I'm gonna see what it sounds like if I just do it normal like this. Probably won't sound good because I haven't even heard it yet, but here we can just listen. All right, so I was just tweaking it, kind of mixing it a little bit. So that's how you make a J.Cole type beat. I hope this helps you out in any way. If you learn some about melodies, sound selection, anything. And if you're new, again, subscribe. I'll be dropping new content and free kits. And I'll see you guys in the video. Peace.